The unemployed entrepreneur is back. Greetings, YouTube friends and family. This is Jim Ellis, the unemployed entrepreneur. Yes, I'm back. I wanted to take a minute and just explain a little bit of why I've been gone for so long. First of all, let me say I'm not sure how well this is going to record. I am currently driving through, Eastern Oregon. I'm headed initially for Boise, Idaho, though I'm just going to keep driving through. Eventually going to end up in Keller, Texas, just outside Fort Worth. Long story there, but it's part of what I'm going to talk about. If you followed my YouTube channel in the past at all, you know that I am a musician. My goals, dreams, desires are to continue to be a musician, preferably, not necessarily preferably, but I definitely want my life and my music to be about God. And currently I'm just waiting on God to show me where to go. In the meantime, I am unemployed, but I find, other ways to make a living. Which I guess brings me back to what I'm doing right now. I am driving a Penske 26-foot truck. I'm helping a friend move. We'll leave it at that. And he lived in Tacoma, Washington. He now is purchasing a house just outside Fort Worth, Texas. So I'm driving from Tacoma, Washington to Keller, Texas, just outside Fort Worth. And it's a long drive. I drove about 6-ish hours yesterday. I got a late start. Spent the night here in the truck, and it was still cool. I got a few hours of sleep, and then got up early this morning and hit the road again. So it's just one of the many things I do to keep busy and to get a little income. But let's talk about why I stopped making YouTube videos. I want to preface all this by saying that I have nothing against those who encouraged me not to make YouTube videos. I understood what they were getting at. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, a little over a year ago, I worked with I keep wanting to say couple. They're not a couple. They work together. One lives in Canada, and the other lives in Nebraska. They partner together in an effort to help. I need to be back over here. Excuse me. That was the lane change indicator. Anyway, they partnered together to help musicians make money. I say make money, make a living doing what they're called to do, what they love to do, which is make music. I was through house concerts, and I'm sure many of you, if you follow me at all, you know I've been looking into house concerts and trying to book house concerts over the last year. I haven't had a great success with that, I'm not going to lie. The ones I've done have been pretty successful, especially the first one, which was just a little over a year ago. And I say all this to say that that partnership told me to disassociate from the unemployed entrepreneur part of my life. Not because it was a bad thing, but because at the time I didn't have any real music associated with my YouTube channel, which I understand. I get what they were doing. So I'm going to attempt to make a difference with my YouTube channel and add in some more music and not let it be all about what I'm doing right here, right now, other jobs. You can look through some of my other videos and see that I started doing DoorDash, but back then I was doing a thing called Bite Squad, which is, another version of DoorDash. There are many versions of those across the country. Make it a little louder. out in here because I'm climbing a hill and it may kick into lower gear. I'm sure it will very soon. So anyway, I wanted to just get on here, make a new video, and tell you I'm coming back. My opening shot was me in the Phoenix airport, and I'm going to start making videos again, talking about what I'm doing. Another thing that I am doing, I did open an Etsy shop. I had to open a Shopify store as well. Working on those things. You see, if I could have a, what's the word I'm looking for? If I could have residual income running in the background, like from a Shopify store or an Etsy store, then I wouldn't have to do stuff like what I'm doing right now. Wouldn't have to do Bite Squad, wouldn't have to do DoorDash. And I could take the money, some of the money I make and invest it back into my music career, and that's where I want to put it. Right now, I'm still currently in the position where all my money is going into helping me make more money, which can get frustrating after a while. I'm sure you all understand. Do any of you understand? If you do, please make a comment. Help me out. Tell me what you think about this kind of stuff. Do you have a goal? Do you have something you're reaching for and you just can't get there because you're too busy trying to put food on the table or pay the mortgage or make the car payment? I'm going to tell you, I'm not Dave Ramsey, but I'm going to tell you what Dave Ramsey said. If you're making a stinking car payment, sell the car and get a cheapie. You don't need to be putting your money into a $200, $300, $400 car payment. Now, there's a whole different aspect of it. I'm not a financial advisor. I just know the basics of that. You don't need a huge car payment when you're wanting to do other things. We drive a 2002 Ford Expedition that technically belongs to my daughter because I gave it to her when we left Missouri. And my 2009 Expedition got repossessed because of the financial struggle we were going through. And she let us borrow it back because it wasn't running at the time. I got it running, and it's working. It's not fantastic. It's a beater. It's what the Ramseyites call affectionately a Dave car. It's a beat-up piece of garbage, but it works. So the truck went into low gear, made it even harder to understand what I was saying. But the bottom line is this. As the unemployed entrepreneur, I'm back. I'm probably starting over, and that's okay. I would appreciate it if you would like and share this video. Make a comment. Tell me where you're at financially. Tell me what you're working on. How are you going to get from point A to point C, D, E, and F, or Z? I'll be telling more in the future about my Etsy shop, my Shopify store, which I've kind of put on hold at the moment, and just other things I'm trying to do, because I hope I made it clear that what I'm doing is, and what I was doing there in the drive between Tacoma and Fort Worth, was to earn enough money to move forward and do other things. It's so frustrating sometimes to be in a position, and I know everybody goes through this. You go to work, you make money, you pay bills. You go to work, you make money, you pay bills. I can't live like that. So I'm getting rid of everything. I've gotten rid of everything. Sometimes I've gotten rid of some of it, what's the word, intentionally. Some of it has been unintentional, which I mentioned, the truck being repossessed, just for one example. But my point is that I want to get rid of all that stuff so that the money that God does give me, I can not just put back into making more money, but I can put into doing what He's called me to do, which I believe has something to do with my musical ability. I'm a worship leader. I love to worship. I love to lead worship, and I'm looking for opportunities to do that, even as the unemployed entrepreneur. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing the video, and please make comments. Tell me what you think. Am I crazy? Am I stupid? I welcome anything. Just be nice about it. Every now and then you get trolls on these things, and the trolls I either just ignore or block. It's just, that's going to happen. So if you're a troll, just be forewarned. If you're somebody I know and love, who loves me, feel free to make a comment. Tell me what you're thinking, and I'd love to have a discussion with you. Maybe it'll spawn some more ideas for videos that either you or I could do. It'll be great. So again, I thank you for watching. By the way, that trip is over now. I made it from Tacoma, Washington to Fort Worth, Texas, and back, and then back, and then back. And then flew back to Phoenix and drove here back here to Russellville with my wife. Now, here's a little interesting tidbit. 8,500 miles in a little over 14 days. I crossed the Continental Divide 6 different times in the course of that 14 days. I slept in the truck 11 days. I slept in an office on an air mattress 1 day. Slept in a hotel, a very nice hotel, 1 day. And then I slept in the airport the night before I left to go back to Phoenix. So quite an interesting, crazy trip. Lots of fast food, which I wasn't thrilled with. But I tried to spend as little money as possible. Anyway, I had a great time. I love traveling. I'm going to eventually be telling you a little bit about some friends we met in Phoenix who we may have some kindred spirit and may get to do some traveling together in the next couple of years. But again, more ideas for videos in the future. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys. And remember, the unemployed part of unemployed entrepreneur is never permanent. God bless you.